Welcome back. Now we're looking where markets ended the month of October. The Dow is up 6 months in a row, now the longest winning streak since January 2018. For the week, we saw new record highs boosted by President Trump's Asia deals and strong earnings from Amazon and Apple. The Federal Reserve cut interest rates to now the lowest level in 3 years. But Fed Chief Jay Powell warned there may not be another cut coming in December. And there are still concerns about big tech and all the spending on AI. Joining me now is the Lonski Group founder, John Lonski. John, great to see you. What was your big takeaway from the week?
Big takeaway would have to be that Fed meeting where Jerome Powell indicated that it's not a foregone conclusion that we get another rate cut in the month of December. That being said, the Fed's focus going forward is going to be on what is happening to jobs growth, and that has been minimal over the recent past, and I have no reason to believe that jobs growth is going to pick up appreciably anytime soon. So I'm still in the camp that we are going to get another rate cut by the end of the year.
Well, it's interesting because we did see a couple of announcements of job cuts. Amazon cutting 14,000 jobs, UPS cutting tens of thousands of jobs, on top of others, John. It feels like the labor market is weakening, but then again, we don't have any data to be sure because the shutdown is ongoing.
That's right. Next week, though, we are going to get an estimate of what's going on with private sector payrolls. That's going to be on Wednesday, November 4th. That's going to be by way of ADP, their private sector employment report. That showed for the month of September a loss of, I think it was 32,000 jobs. Don't be surprised if this estimate declined again for the month of October. So we're kind of like flying blind, but, we have other indications or other indicators out there that could provide the Fed and investors with some guidance. But what really puzzles me is consumer spending continues to do well.
Yeah.
We were supposed to get last week the first estimate for third quarter real GDP, and most came to believe that if that report did come out, it would have shown real consumer spending growing by 3%. Maria, it was just a couple of months ago where the consensus forecast from about 50 economists thought real consumer spending might be lucky to grow by 1%. We have sort of like a paradox. Consumer spending strong, but hiring activity is weak.
Well, one of the most important things to watch in the week ahead, in my opinion, is the Supreme Court hearing on President Trump's tariffs and whether or not he's going to be able to use that emergency reason for those tariffs. The president talked to me about it in my most recent interview. I'll be watching that closely. What is your most important issue for the markets next week? And don't forget, we're coming off of a week where NVIDIA hit $5 trillion in market value. Amazing.
Okay, getting quickly back to tariffs, there could be a way around this problem for the Trump administration. If the Supreme Court rules against reciprocal tariffs, the Trump administration may still have the option of, instead of directing tariffs at countries, instead of being country-specific with tariffs, if the Trump administration were to become product-specific, then he could still go ahead and have his many of these tariffs in a different form remain in effect.
All right, we'll be watching all of that, John. Great to see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Maria.